And we're back at it, and we're going to be jumping right into the game. If you're just now tuning in, I don't know where you've been all weekend, but welcome. We've got Curse Black going against European powerhouse Epsilon here. It was a great start for Curse Black. They were able to pull out a game number 1 win. Last time we saw Curse Black playing on Warhawk Search and Destroy, it was an absolute craziness as it was against FaZe Red, and they were able to win it. And Tommy just putting on a show to get things going with a nice snipe on Tipsy. It's going to allow them to start rotating back to B, but it doesn't seem like it fooled anyone on the Epsilon squad. They still seem, we've got 2 players bunkered down, one outside of 10 in Water Tower, as you've got Epsilon trying to make a move here into the B bomb.
Yep, and Jerd's slowly going to push up here. The smoke's going to go down, and Curse should be able to pre-fire this bomb just a little bit, but just like that, Enable was taken out as well. So we're going to see Burns have to go through, and he is able to get a pick. So now this is going to be big. We're going to jump on board with Burns here. He has one guy in front, connects with that shot. There's another guy at the back, white truck. His teammate cleans him up. There's only one guy left. This is a huge swing. Yeah, and it's going to be right here in loading docks. He's going to run right into this. Shots being fired. Josh picks up the kill. He does call him out. Mochilla trying to get some AR shots in there with the Remington. Only able to pick up hit marker. He's going to push him with the pistol. And beautiful play out of Josh as he was able to defend his house there in loading docks. Even with some damage taken, perfect timing by him to come out as he was doing the gun switch. And just all-around quality play out of Josh. I mean, Burns tried to even it up for his team as well. I mean, they got in that 2-on-1 scenario, but they were so spread out. Like, I mean, that was a 2-on-1 waiting to happen, but I wonder what the Curse squad is going to bring here on offense. Didn't we see a lot of A's?
Yeah, we did. I thought it was a little cocky that they didn't try to push at the same time, too. They individually did 2 1v1 challenges against him, and it did not pay off for them, as now they've got a nice A setup here. And actually, most of this Epsilon team was in a B push here. They're going to actually have to backtrack towards A. So good map positioning off the get-go here for this Curse squad.
It's not every day you see 3 guys stacking American. I mean, I love my country.
Yeah,
that's a bold
It is very bold. You've got 2 guys watching the same entrance for context, but it is working off as of right now. But let's see if they can continue to hold it down. 23 seconds left on the clock. And you're going to have to see this Epsilon team start to scramble to get a defuse here. They've only got Jerd and Swanee up for their team.
Oh, Tipsy got eyes on him. Is he going to go for the challenge here? It is going to be a 2-on-2. He pulls out, is able to win 1, has another guy in American. He's going to flank around, his teammate cleans it up, all tied at 1.
Nice plays there. Perfectly executed by Curse. Tying up the series, like you said, at 1-1. Both teams winning their offensive rounds, which isn't weird. You know, Warhawk is definitely, you want to be on offense actually on Warhawk, which is incredibly unusual in Search and Destroy, where defense is always the favorite side or favored side. However, in Warhawk, just because of the bomb positionings, it is a little more favorable sometimes to be on offense.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad Curse Black has done well this weekend, and I hope they continue to do well just because, you know, they've, hold on.
Gosh, whoa, wait,
like wait for it. Yeah, I thought it was too. Wait for it. Bang!
Got it. As Tommy is able to pick up a kill on Mochilla, he fell about the same time as well. Jerd not able to get a kill yet. Him and Enable in the donut shop trying to figure out how to handle that situation. You've got Swanee, your bomb carrier for Epsilon. And Tommy trying to do work with his sniper, picks up another one. I got to say, I didn't know Tommy had it in him.
I didn't either, but he's got his spidey senses working too, man. This guy's directly beneath him, and he just saw it coming. And he's just going to kind of take his time. You can't see him right now because the hand is blocking the Oracle mode, but he saw the grenade come in. Is he going to go for the push on this? It is a 2-on-2 scenario, and he's going to catch him. Is this going to be the 3rd snipe? Right in the shoulder blades.
Oh, my gosh. That's 3 kills. Is he going to get the sniper ace? Oh, I thought he was. And I might have jinxed him, but Josh, again, closing out the round there. So Epsilon still able to pick up the win. Curse, that started, strong, is going to be Epsilon now 2 consecutive rounds that they're able to win there. Did they win 2 consecutive rounds, or Epsilon won the first round?
Yeah, Epsilon won the first one. But, the big thing here, I don't know if you just saw that, but I mean, you know how much Nade Shot changed everything with that silenced MTAR? The whole, even Drifter did a video that said, with the silencer, you end up having that first shot
so register the first faster. Shot, there's I believe it's a higher probability of the first shot registering when the silencer is on the MTAR.
It's just silly.
Crazy.
Something's just silly.
It is what it is. So that's why you see a lot of silenced shots out there. The Vector also, if you don't want to worry about run and gun as much, you can go with the Vector, but you kind of have to L trigger a little bit more with that gun in comparison to the MTAR.
Josh is able to get 1. He has a silencer. A guy is going to clean him up from behind. Here's Tommy. And there's going to be 3 guys here. He's got to wait for Jerd to get... I think he's going to push gate, and that's going to be scary. All up to Jerd now, 0-3. Can he get a kill?
We'll find out here. It's a 3v1. Bomb is down. It's going to be tough for him. He does pick up a kill coming out of the post office here. He's got somebody in loading docks. He's got to call out. Tries to get some shots in there. And
this is tough.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to go for kills at this point. Yeah. It would have been quite the feat to pull it off with 16 seconds there. He would have had to do something special. I think he knew someone was in loading docks as well. Or that could have just been blind fire and he was checking to see if he picked up hit markers. Either way, not able to pull it out.
These thermal OMGs on this map, they're just everywhere.
Thermal LMGs
you get the bomb down, it's just like, okay, I'm going to go behind white truck and pitch a tent for a little bit.
They're dangerous, man. They are dangerous.
How dare you not snipe, Tommy?
And the smokes come out. If you don't have incognito, you're in a bad spot.
Yeah. I think incog on Warhawk's like standard, though, these days.
Yeah, it is.
It has to be.
Yeah. And it looks like, they're set up over there. And so we switch over, take a look at the mini-map. You've got a player in tin, one in water tower, pretty standard B setup. Somebody over in American from A, so you can tell that Curse still does not have 100% idea where the player is, but they will now as Jerd's going to be able to get the bomb down for Epsilon. That player over in American's going to start rotating into the flank here. Swanee's going to be your guy that's going to try to cover both here. He's got to keep an eye on water tower, help his team there, even though he's got somebody on his team in loading docks. That's going to be Josh. But they kind of got to split their duties up here.
Yeah, and Burns is coming in on the pinch here, so he is going to shot. That's going to give away his position, and Burns should get the round-ending kill cam here with 22 seconds, and here's the defuse. That's a big round for them.
That was a big round.
Big round for them.
Perfectly executed by their team, and after Epsilon was up 2-1, Curse starting to get things going. They're going to win this round and take the lead in the series.
I almost wonder if Epsilon has another close series, if they just have a problem with losing that first game, like mentally.
Yeah.
Like it seems like, they had all their win taken out of their sails versus TK. They came back, they had a good search, and then it was just like, they just lost it.
Yeah. I mean, it was tough to watch them too, knowing how close they got, and their blitz game was even incredibly close as well. So we'll see if they can come back this game. Can't argue that this one's not close too, as Mochilla's going to try to get some shots over to Smet. Not able to pick it up. Jumping back and forth, both of these were, and both players getting hit markers on one another. Neither one of them able to clean it out.
They love stacking American.
Yeah, they do.
This is one of the only teams I've ever seen who send 3 guys in there, but it makes kind of sense just because it's so easy to bait and switch in there. You just one guy jumps out, sacrifices, and then so on and so forth. But 4 members up for each team. Mochilla should be able to strike first blood here if this guy keeps pushing up, and just like that, he's able to get a kill. That's going to be a 4-2. Jumping on board with Jerd, 1-5. 2 plants, though. See if he can do this.
He's just going to cross. They saw him as he was crossing there. And he's in a bad spot and not able to do it as Enable and Mochilla both pick up kills at the same time. Tipsy trying to get the squad fired up as they are now up 4-2 here. Stringing together a couple rounds of wins here. And again, Mochilla, we talk about how consistent of a player is. He's even doing it, search and destroy. He's good at every game mode, I think. He's a pretty well-rounded player.
I agree. I think the biggest shock to me is definitely got to be Enable. I mean, he's 7-4, and we talk about, he hasn't really figured out search that well, but going against a team like Epsilon, I mean, you have to have a good search game, and he's playing very, very well. I don't know if it's just like a comfort thing or
he
what
had
it is.
10 kills in a Sovereign game earlier against FaZe Red, but he choked that win. That was a big one against
heartbreaking to
JCap.
watch.
But that was, one could argue that was poor execution on his part of playing search and destroy, not getting there in time or not looking in the window.
True.
But he's been trying to make up for it all day long. He's doing it here, but however, he has been taken out. It's a 3v3 as we're on board with Josh and the Epsilon squad. Tommy's going to take out Mochilla, leaving just Burns and Tipsy's up.
Yeah, and Tipsy's really got to throw on his Nikes and start pushing over here to B, as he is the last hope here for the Cursed Black squad. Shot a body a couple times, just making sure it's dead. Double tap. I get it.
And it's a 3v1, checking to see if anyone's loading docks. No one's home there. And this is going to be tough. He's got to make a push here. I've liked the setup that this Epsilon team has. Tipsy able to pick up 1 as he takes out Tommy. He's got to start moving quick. 15 seconds left. If he doesn't move quick, he's just going to have to play for kills. He's not going to be able to get this.
Nah.
So he is just going to try to play for kills, pick up 1 over at White Truck. They're going to buy some time. Someone jumps out of post, and it's going to be Josh that just puts the round to rest as Epsilon is able to put 1 back on.
That's the tough part. Everyone has their preference of A or B, but when you get that bomb down B, you have so many head glitches, and you get to just kind of funnel them through like gate and post office. So as long as you set up half decently, you should be able to trade effectively, especially with numbers.
Right. No, for sure. That seems very logical to me.
But it's just so weird.
Yeah.
Like the offense actually has an advantage.
I know. Even because you're immediately on the defensive side boxed out of B, because you're kind of choked over in tin and water tower when you get such better presence in B. So it is interesting. And even though A is so close to the spawn, that's why everyone ends up going B, But sometimes you can throw people off and go A, because the only way to really defend B is to overload it. So they've got one player here at A. You've got Curse trying to move in here, and there's a player just on the outside of that wall. Obviously, we're able to see it with Oracle mode on, and that's going to be, I believe, Burns was the one trying to get the bomb down. Tommy was able to pick him up. Tipsy picks it up, puts it down, and now the timer is out. It's going to be a 3v2. Josh and Jerd up for the Epsilon squad.
Jerd, oh no. Is he gonna?
He got it.
He's got this.
Yeah, he got it.
Well, I've seen it all.
I've
seen it all. That's just borderline impressive.
That was huge. I mean,
that round's going to haunt Curse Black.
Yeah,
that's going to haunt them.
Those are when you play Search and that happens to you. I mean, that is enough to drive you insane.
Yeah.
No emotions though out of those guys.
He's got great hair though.
He does have great hair.
I'll give it to him.
Yep.
Well, Jerd contemplating pulling out the sniper as we rotate through. Another B push here. And I wonder if Tommy's going to get a little bit aggressive. He hasn't seen anything kind of from A, so he could very easily go on a flank, which, based on the Curse Black position, this could be good. But, oh, God, they're going to do a four-man flank through the middle.
Oh, I love this. Very unconventional what they're doing. You don't just see teams all the time push up four. I mean, it's definitely a strategy. People do apply it. A nice grenade out of Swanee as he picks up Tipsy. And that's going to be first blood, taking him out of the game. And this kind of middle street strategy got a little weird and awkward as they cut back through gate, and now Tommy picks up Burns. So I thought they were going to hit him with it, just overload him, and it looks like they kind of got a little scared and backpedaled on it.
I think lightweight class is about the only thing, or smoke out the middle, but Enable's going to go down. Mochilla, all up to you, buddy. He's at the water tower. Bomb is not down at least, so he does have 30 seconds. He can kind of bait out the clock just a little bit, which is honestly his only option.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he can do, but the bomb is going to start going down at B.
Yep.
As Jerd's got that in his hands, he is planning. Bomb does go down, and it's going to be up to that man right there on the camera. He's got to do something special if he wants Curse to pull this round out.
Well, will timing be in his favor? He's going to spot one guy there, trying to get the shots, not able to do so. Epsilon 1 round away from tying the series up at 1 apiece.
Epsilon really just, the last like 3 or 4 rounds have just picked it up another gear here. And
yeah,
Curse
because if you
slowing
look
down
at the
a little
kills,
bit.
this is all Curse Black.
Yeah, Enable and Mochilla have a combined 18 kills. Tipsy and Burns have been doing their job at the objective work, so well-rounded statistically. However, 1 round away from losing this game here and tying up the series at 1-1. They're on offense this time here. Smoke's going to go out at A, trying to get a decoy, as now Burns is going to backpedal with the rest of his squad here to B.
And, they were trying to confuse them, and they confused one player there from Epsilon, and they were able to get a pick. So Burns should be able to get this bomb down very quickly. No teammate is watching his back, though, which Tipsy really needs to kind of turn and watch this, and you're able to get out alive there. So now we will see, as now Epsilon is forced to try to disarm this bomb. We're going to jump on board with Tommy as he's going to be pushing down the mid lane to see what he can do.
And gate's broken. He's got Swanee over in water tower. He's going to blind fire into loading docks. No one is over there. You've got somebody still on white truck. And that's a tough shot to make for any pro player, to hit that person off the white truck, especially the hood or the back part. Jerd's going to take out Tipsy. Burns falls up, taking out Jerd. Tommy tried to make a push there. Well defended by all of the Epsilon guys. And now Swanee's here. And he didn't jump. I don't even know why he tried it. Yeah. I mean, he didn't get there in time.
Second late.
He was a second late. So Curse keeping things alive as we're going to go into overtime.
I'm trying to do math here. Give me time. Hey, no, it's Curse Black has offense. Or defense.
Defense.
Yeah.
And this is an unfortunate situation where being the heavy slaying team is going to be costly for them, as now they're going to be on defense here. Epsilon going to get the favorite offensive side of things. as we kick this one off. Let's see where this Epsilon squad wants to go.
I love it.
Tommy's got the snipes out again. Curse have decided to fully commit to B, and I like this play out of them.
Oh, Josh does have the silencer. They are able to get first blood. Down he goes as well. Swanee sitting all the way in the back. Bomb carrier is just going to probably rotate out of this, and he's going to just kind of head glitch, and you got to wonder if Tommy is going to push up at all in this scenario. Curse Black is set up very, very well. They have all eyes on it. They have a guy watching their flank. They're in a good spot, but as you can tell by the mini-map, we have a little sneaky
This is great.
kitten.
This is a great rotation coming out of this team here. I like what they're doing. Epsilon moving it all the way back to A. They realized that B was overloaded, and they've got a free bomb site here today.
Yeah, and they have a humongous flanker here in Swanee. He's going to be highlighted on your mini-map. Keep an eye on him, because as soon as they start rotating in about 10 seconds, he's going to start pushing up or watching the mid lane here. So this is going to be really good.
I'm actually surprised that he backpedaled that way instead of pushing up through B into Water Tower, and he could have got them back into the spawn.
That would have been gnarly.
Yeah, it would have been gnarly. It was interesting not that he chose a little bit differently here. He's just going to come up here and support his team, as now Swanee trying to get back there in time. Jerd picks up an excellent two-piece as he was able to take out Mochilla and Burns. You've got Enable all alone. That's going to be the guy that makes it happen. Woo! And no, he's not able to do so. Epsilon winning game number 2 to tie the series up 1-1.
They needed that.
They needed that.
That was a very, very good series. That bomb rotation was huge, but I mean, if you're looking at the highlight of the game, it was that ninja defuse to tie it at 4-piece.
Yeah, that was a little insane.
3 members up, like that round's just gonna. But I mean, taking a look at the scoreboard, I mean, Enable and Mochilla doing everything they can. On the other side, the collective. I mean, when you go, everyone goes negative and you win search and destroy, you're normally doing pretty well as a team.
Yeah, it's true. And that's a tough loss for Curse Black here. But don't go anywhere. We've got a game number 3 blitz match coming up. The series tied 1-1 between Epsilon and Curse Black.
We are the fortunate ones who never fail.